This video will show you how to use the law of attraction in order to find your life purpose in life. What I'm going to do is show you some practical tools that you can use in order to really figure out what and who you are meant to be. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I use the law of attraction in order to really find my purpose and how we can use this process in an easy, understandable way so that we can all apply it using that same framework. Now the power of the law of attraction is really understanding the power of intention when it comes to the process of understanding our purpose. So with purpose, the question we ask ourselves is, who am I and what am I meant to be doing in life? Now, it is great, and one of the first steps to this whole process is to simply ask ourselves this question. So many people walk around and they say to themselves, I don't know my purpose. I don't know my purpose. And keep on using that affirmation over and over again. They get that reflection in their life of they don't know their purpose. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. So in order for us to switch the script, what is necessary is for us to start asking ourselves the question, what is my purpose? What am I meant to be doing? And as we ask that question, what we can then do is to set an intention. That's the missing link for so many people. Set an intention for you to find out what that is. Now, the key is once you set that intention, you can do that just maybe in a morning meditation. Maybe you just ask yourself the question 2 or 3 times during the day. What you do is you simply become aware of your environment and you become aware of any symbols or any type of way that you could find out what that is. Now, what I mean by this is it's not like you would be asking yourself the question, what is my purpose? And somebody just comes up to you and just says this thing, although maybe that does happen. The idea is what happens is you're going to start to tune your RAS, the reticular activating system of your brain, will start to look for patterns and we'll start to see patterns that align up to that. Now that's simply coming from the focus. That's what that part of the brain does, is it's our selective focus. So asking that question, you're then going to go out and you'll find yourself tuning to different conversations maybe that you hear. Maybe you're just at Starbucks and you hear someone talking to someone else in line and you pick up on certain words they say. Or maybe you're at a library and literally certain books pop out at you that have never really popped out at you before. Or maybe you're out with friends and they say, oh, you're really good at doing this, or something along the lines of kind of showing you and planting seeds of what that could be. As you become hyper aware of what those potentials could be and what your purpose is, you'll find that then that's when things start to happen. That's when you start to get the awareness of what that could be. So the most powerful part of this whole process and what we call the law of attraction is the ability to set intentions. Set the intention that you will find out what your purpose is. Set the intention that you will see the patterns in your life and that you will feel an impulse to act on those patterns. And as you let go of any definition that says, I can't accomplish this, or any definition that says, I don't already have my purpose, we let go of those self-fulfilling prophecies. And as we let go of those labels and those definitions, we can actually align ourselves to what we are meant to be doing. Now, the other side of this is to realize that if you don't know right now, the most powerful thing that you can do is to simply follow your excitement. Think of your excitement as the bridge between what we could fundamentally call our higher mind, or the larger aspect and larger consciousness of who we are. And when we follow that feeling of excitement, that will lead us to the next best thing and the next best pattern that's connected to it. Our state of being is so important in this process. And if we aren't feeling excited, and when I say excited, I don't mean that we have to constantly feel like all of this energy. I mean excited in the sense that you are looking forward to what you are doing next. That you ask yourself the question, what is the next most exciting thing I could be doing? And then to do that. And then once you get to a point to where there's something else that's exciting, you do that. And the exciting could be simply walking through the park, going to the library. It doesn't have to be exciting, like I said, in the sense that like you're going to skydive or anything. It's something that's like really, really energetic. As you start to ask yourself these questions and you start to follow your excitement, you'll see that it's all stringed together. You'll see that it starts to show you things, and that from that one intention and that decision that you're going to figure out what it is, you will eventually find it. But remember, let go of the expectation as to how it happens. Just know and intend for it, but don't be attached to the way it comes into your life, because it might show you things that you weren't aware of before because of what you were tuned to. Maybe tuned to the definition of it's not here now, so what could it possibly be? So that's why following our excitement is so powerful, and doing it strings it all together so that we find out more and more of what we could really be doing. But remember, letting go of the definition, I'd say, is most people's block. For me, for the longest time, it was right in front of my face on what my passion is. This is years ago, because I've been doing what I've been doing for a while now. But asking myself the question, it was right there. I knew it deep down, but I wouldn't let myself acknowledge it simply because of some blocks and of holding on to that definition of I don't know what it is or what could it possibly be, but actually intending to figure out what that is. Now, you can also apply this towards everything in your life. If there's something you want clarity on, have an intention of figuring it out. As you set the intention, you're more likely to actually then find patterns. The RAS in your brain will start to find more patterns as to what that could possibly be. So remember that all you have to do is to set the intention of finding your purpose, asking yourself the question, what am I passionate about? What would I love to be doing for a living? Who am I meant to be in life? And as you ask that question and have the intention, be hyper aware of everything that's happening in your life. Don't be attached to the outcome of how it comes in, but just be aware of the conversations around you. Be aware of the books, of the words that pop out at you when you're out and about. And as you start to find those patterns, you will start to piece it together. And the other side of it is what you can do is follow your excitement in every moment. Realize that your state of being is so important for the process. As you start to follow your excitement, you are following and you are bridging the idea of your higher self with your ego self. And as you do that, you are more likely to find more and more reasons and more things that lead you to what your passion is. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, hit that little notification gear next to the subscribe button so that you're able to see the daily videos that I do. And other than that, as always, I'll see you guys in the next vid. Peace, much love, namaste.